It's nearly Christmas holidays and I'm already quite excited about market conditions for next year. So here are my predictions for Q1 2025 and the start with a comment I made in the video where I summarised the conditions at the end of this year and I talked about all that additional headcount in the go-to-market functions of best-of-breed software vendors. And so the consequences of that is that what you'll see in the early weeks of next year will be resignations where people who've waited to finish off deals at the end of the calendar year, they've been on accelerators or they're waiting for a big bonus payment in the early weeks of the new year. Once they've got that, that'll trigger their resignation and they'll be off to their new roles, which of course creates vacancies. So there'll be organisations that need to look at replacement headcount. And when you add that into the existing additional headcount we've seen in the space, then we start to get a pretty busy market. Now, what will be very interesting to observe is the impact that has on the leadership market, because a lot of that demand at the moment has been for individual contributors, very experienced subject matter experts. And so, will we see the same in the leadership market? And my gut feel is that we may well see some stimulus in the area because it's been a relatively flat area, not as much going on, but there's been a lot of money thrown around by certain vendors. I think we'll see some high profile moves. And of course, that then creates the replacement headcount that I've talked about previously. So I think we'll see some stimulus to the leadership market on both sides of the Atlantic, interestingly. So what does that all mean for the software market? Well, we've had a period of about 12, 18 months where there's not been a great deal of salary growth. That was on the back of some really inflationary activity post-COVID. But now we've had a relatively flat period in salary growth, but we've already seen that coming to an end this year. And I think that will really start to change in the early part of next year because you've got all that demand from replacement and additional headcount. And by the way, the PE and VC markets do appear to free up a little bit. We've had some big investment from certain vendors, others taking smaller rounds of funding, but certainly more money coming into the sector, more optimism about market conditions for next year. And so what I think we're going to see is some salary growth on the back of that. I think I've said it before in these videos, you've got a finite supply of people, you've got an increase in demand, there's only one outcome, the supply-demand equation. We're going to see some salary growth, and I think that'll be particularly acute in America, where the market's been very, very busy towards the end of this year. So that is my predictions. We'll see if I'm right. I'm pretty confident I will be, but we'll see. But if that's impacted your thinking about your own career or your own hiring, or you want more information, then of course I'd love to hear from you. You can get me at andrew@everyday.com, or of course you'll find me on LinkedIn. Thanks for watching.